Alright, so welcome to Tastuned. This is my 1976, I think, Flightcraft Banshee. I bought it about 2 years ago. It ran great. It's got a Ford Crossflow 250 cube inline 6 in it. Sent them out. It's never going to be like a top speed race boat, but it's just a good fun little ski boat. So I left it sit over the winter. The factory Weber carb on it got all gummed up. Cleaned it out. I could just never get it right again. It used to stumble off the line, and like I always do, I can't leave stuff alone. Had some bits laying around, had an extra turbo from my old mini build. I'd picked up a 500 Holley blow-through carby that I was intending to use on like a Tirana or something, but I figured it'd be good for this. Pieced it all together. I just took it for its first test run the other day. It shows really good promise. It's making about 4 psi. Really happy with it. I've got to wait till some warmer weather to get back out there and do a bit more testing before summer, just to make sure it's ready to pull skis out of the water. But I'll give you a bit of a walk around and let you see what it's all about. You might see in the background there, that's the Slug. There's plenty of videos in that if you want to check that out. That's my approximately 1960 Morris J2 van. So here's the Banshee, all sort of original paint and the mad sort of glitter decorations. There's the Crossflow 250. So I kept the original water-cooled manifold, just made like a J-pipe that snaked up there. I wanted the turbo to sit sort of right in the middle, so when you're straight ahead, it's like that. Take the cap off for now. Wastegate already had, so I just pulled that off there before the turbo. Toyed with the idea of putting the exhaust up and out, but because I got seats at the back here, if it was a rear mat engine, perfect, it would go up and out. But I just didn't want that to happen. I wanted it to be usable, so I did a really tight turn down pipe there. Came down, it's the wastegate plumbs in there like that, and then snakes back out the back and comes out there. The only thing is, this exhaust comes out above the waterline when I'm cruising along, so I'm thinking of maybe doing a little turn down just to keep it under the waterline, because it tends to steam a little bit with the hot exhaust from the turbo. So that's the original engine cover up here, and that should fit back over the top. It sort of comes up there. It's going to hang out just a little bit, but I want to get it really running properly, and certain I'm going to keep this set up before I go cutting holes in that to sit it over the top. And then of course I'll probably wrap this with some heat wrap and maybe get some shielding or something, just so the kids don't accidentally touch it when they get in. So there's just a simple hat. I do have an intercooler that I can throw on it, but due to it's only running less than 5 pounds on e85, there's no need to intercool it and go through all that extra sort of thing. So it's just got a simple little pipe that spins around. There's there. No blow off valve, because I want the little choo-choos and the dose, whatever you call it. I've put a boost gauge in the middle there. Air fuel there, I've got to get that working properly. Fuel system is, so we got a Raceworks boost reference regulator there, 1-to-1. And an EFI, old school EFI 044 pump there, filter, and then the return goes back in the filler neck over there. So very simple. Idea is to set the base pressure about 6-7 psi, and then every pound of boost, it'll bump the fuel pressure up by 1 psi to match. Yeah, not much else to tell you. That's it. I don't know what prop it's got on it, but it seems to work really well. I might play around with stuff like that if I want to go a bit faster. Yeah, so that's where it is for now. I'll show you the videos of my first test, and then we'll do some more videos when it gets a bit warmer, get back out there. Now, one issue I had with this test, because it's e85 and it was honestly the coldest day of the year, it was about 3 degrees Celsius. It's just so hard to get temperature into this motor in that sort of weather. So the e85 is just a little bit cold to sort of get off the market. Once it was going all right, it was all right, but it's going to be used 90% of the time in summer anyway, so that shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, there we go. Alright, so here we are at the lake, boat's in there. My feet feel fucking horrible. Just had to walk in the water to get the boat in. And let's go. back from a successful test. It's not perfect, there's a few things to fix, but yeah, it's good. And the sun's come out now, of course, once I'm done. There we go, you can see the wastegate and stuff better there. Yeah, everything seemed to work alright. It needs to get a bit warm before you can put it into gear without stalling, so I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Although just shut the water off initially so we're going to let it get warm. But yeah, it was really good, making about 4 pounds a boost. I don't know whether that's what the spring's set at or what. I haven't been able to check the fuel yet. I'll wait for someone else to come with me to check that. 4 pounds is plenty. Like feels like it pulls nearly twice as hard as it did, and yeah, it goes really good. It sounds freaking awesome. God, it's loud. It sounds like a jet going across the water. Anyway, we're going to take it out to the block and drop it out there and get ready for the rain.